Yo, what's good, everyone? Your boy Hez right here. Right now, we're reacting to 5 craziest convict reactions to a life sentence. I can't really read that with a straight face because every time I watch any video or see any picture of a person getting a life sentence, that meme always pops up in my head with the bruh meme of that guy fainting. I don't know how long his sentencing was. I think life or maybe a couple years. I don't know, but it just pops up in my head every time I see these type of videos. So if I laugh, if I laugh in the middle of a video, that just popped up in my head. Okay, I'm not trying to laugh at people's sentencing, or maybe they deserve it. I don't know, but dude, life sentence that seems like it sucks, bro. Imagine you getting a life sentence. I could not imagine me getting a life sentence. It just feels like your life was just thrown away, just thrown away, just gone, and just over. Like, I don't know, bro. Anyways, yeah. So if you're not subscribed already to his channel, please subscribe and also turn on the notifications so you never miss a video. And that's what I have to say. So I'm not talking. Get on the video.
This is Jaleel Smith Riley in a Cincinnati, Ohio courtroom, who police say confessed to a robbery killing a 20-year-old woman and seriously wounding her boyfriend. Portia Brooks was in her car with her boyfriend Aaron Martin when Smith Riley came up to her car with 2 others looking to rob them. When Smith Riley found out Martin didn't have any cash, he was shot in the head, leaving him with permanent brain damage. Smith Riley then shot at Brooks, which killed her 3 days later.
Sorry. Go back on with I just want to come home with this.
This is somebody that feels genuine remorse. This is somebody that thinks about this every day, and he knows that he can't go back in time and undo what he did.
Now, Portia Brooks' mother delivers a victim impact statement.
Oh,
but he killed me mentally, emotionally. He killed my identity as a mother of 3, as a family of 4.
This is now Brooks' sister speaking.
I have to deal with life without Portia, so he should deal with life without parole.
This is moments right before Jaleel Smith Riley gets the news that he will never be allowed to return home again.
Defendant serve a term of life without parole. As to count 4 for the offense of attempted murder.
Bro, like, I don't know, videos like these just make me feel bad. Cause like on both sides. I know he killed her and almost killed the boyfriend too. But also you never know. He could be really, really, really sorry. But at the same time, the family has to deal with a lost daughter. But he has to deal with, like, I don't know. Sometimes people have reasons to do the things they do, but like sometimes they don't. I don't know. I can never be a judge because I don't really know. Like, it's just hard for me to decide.
This is Diana Lovejoy. She used to be married to Greg Mulvihill living in Carlsbad, California.
I guess what, she killed him?
But soon their marriage fell apart and they divorced. After a messy divorce and lots of legal trouble, it ended with the court ordering Diana to pay $120,000 to Greg for his stake in their family house. The court also ordered that she must share custody of their son. Diana became furious about hearing the court orders, so she planned to kill her ex-husband by teaming up with her boyfriend, Weldon McDavid. Greg was shot in the torso, but luckily the bullet didn't hit his heart and he survived. Both McDavid and Diana conspired to murder, and the court has sufficient evidence against.
Why did he have to pay though? Wait, why does she have to pay $100,000 for what?
Them.
It's so painful that some people in this world seem to think that I would have it in me to do this.
Interestingly, she fainted in court. She lowered her head down toward the defense table for a few seconds.
Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant, Diana Jean Lovejoy, guilty of the crime of attempted murder of Greg Mulvihill.
And right when you hear guilty, you hear a thud.
Guilty of the crime of conspiracy to commit murder.
It silenced the courtroom, aside from hearing
passed
her
out.
family cry in the background.
She passed out.
I need to take a break.
She then is brought onto the floor. And when medics bring her out, she still appears to be passed out. But doctors later found out she had only fainted. Weldon McDavid received 50 years.
I literally thought they were gonna say she faked it. Oh my gosh, I would have busted out laughing if I heard them say she just faked it.
Years to life in prison because he was the one that pulled the trigger. And Diana was sentenced to 26 years to life in prison. This is Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari.
What does that mean? 50 years, 50 to life? So, like, or 26? Is it like she stays in jail for 26 years, or just... I don't get that.
Religious farming couple living in Cedar Springs, Michigan, and they are charged with murder of their 10-month-old girl, Mary Welch.
10-month-old?
They told police they noticed the baby was skinny and underweight, but did not seek medical attention because of their religious beliefs and mistrust of medicine and the government. This is the 911 call of the father when he reportedly found his child dead.
How long ago did you find this child? It's about an hour and a half. I was waiting. I called my lawyer first thing to ask, what's the next thing I could do. So you found the child an hour and a half ago? Yeah. And called your lawyer first, correct? Yeah. Okay.
You hear the dispatcher's voice be like, okay. He didn't want to argue through the phone, so he's like, okay, let me just get this 911 call, send dispatch, and then you can hear the okay in his voice. He's just like, you waited an hour and a half, and you called your lawyer first instead of calling an ambulance for your baby. Okay.
When was the last time you had contact with a child? Last night, yesterday afternoon, about 3 p.m. She goes to bed, and that was that. Okay, so you put her to bed yesterday at 3 p.m. Yeah, and then this morning at 10. So you're saying it's normal for your children to sleep from around 3 p.m. till 10 a.m.? Usually about 9:30, yeah.
Okay, like that makes it better.
When you found her, she was already believed to be deceased, right? Yes. And that's when you consulted with a lawyer? Yep. Do you believe she was beyond help already? Oh yeah, she was dead as a doormat.
Soon after the...
People don't deserve kids, I'm telling you. Some people just do not deserve kids. They just can't. She's dead as a door. He doesn't feel any remorse for the baby. And then she was like, oh, he's like talking about the baby like it's just a dead hamster. Like, oh yeah, the hamster's dead. Like, what? Oh, she's dead. Yeah. There's no point calling the ambulance. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Some people just do not deserve kids. I'm telling you. They just don't. Some people just are not responsible enough to have a kid, bro.
Autopsy revealed that the cause of death was malnutrition and dehydration due to neglect by the adult caregivers. And this is the moment they realize they will be spending the rest of their life behind bars.
That you're both charged with what they call felony murder while in the perpetration or attempted perpetration of child abuse in the first degree.
First degree,
they're alleging that you murdered one Mary Welch. That is a charge called homicide felony murder.
Oh, yep, they know they're going to jail.
It is life without parole. It requires a DNA sample to be taken upon arrest.
Bro, I'm sorry to laugh, but just you see this dude's face? It's just... What? Like, of course you killed a baby. You don't think you're gonna get so much in trouble for that? Dude, I'm not laughing at her reaction. I'm laughing at this dude's reaction. It's just his face. His face, like, just says it all, bro. It's just funny as hell. It's funny how just... He has no emotion. He has no emotion in his eyes or eyebrows. It's just his mouth's just opening up slowly. Like, he knows he's He's just, I don't know, dude. This dude's like weird, bro.
Which is often like a cotton swab or in the inside of your cheek. The second offense that you're both charged with
There's a second offense? There's a second charge?
Called child abuse in the first degree, where they're alleging you knowingly or intentionally caused serious physical harm to a child. They're talking about this Mary Welch. It is a felony, possible penalty of up to life imprisonment or any term of years less than life.
This is...
Dude, they have like 2 life sentencing. Like, that's like, there's no way of getting out. I mean, what do you expect? You killed your baby, like, intentionally. You didn't feed it. So you think you could go without unpunished? Really?
Is Ryan Stone, a Colorado man that went on a crime spree that
Colorado?
spanned 5 counties and was broadcasted live by a news station's helicopter. Stone was convicted of carjacking 3 vehicles, including one with a 4-year-old inside the SUV.
A 4-year-old?
Authorities said when Stone sped away, he led police on a chase at speeds over 100 miles per hour.
I don't want him to crash, bro.
If we rewind here, you can just barely see a vehicle that Stone was driving clipping a trooper with the Colorado State Patrol as he was trying to play stop sticks.
Did he get...
clipping a trooper with the Colorado State Patrol as he was trying to play stop sticks. He ended up with serious injuries. You see Stone pull out another victim from their vehicle and drive off. He heads right into a busy intersection. And now, the chase is on foot. He books it off the road into a parking lot, running in between 2 buildings. As he slips on the ice, he loses his jacket. Now there's just a fence in his way, but nope, it's too high. Cops now close in and he finally surrenders.
Yep.
Stone is now in the county jail, but he believes he should be getting paid for his internet fame while bragging to his friends about the high-speed chase.
Hey, did you know I made the news in the UK and Australia? What? Yeah, we get paid by YouTube. So, Channel 7 News, I believe, is going to be the one that gets paid for that. Well, I'm going to contact Channel 7 News. I want to get paid. You guys are getting paid using my name.
This man cares about that YouTube revenue. He cares about that YouTube revenue, bro. And the money. All he cares about money. Bro, there's no use for money if you're locked up for life. Or just you're locked up. There's no use for that money. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't need permission for you. They don't need your permission to put your name on the news if you're like a felon. Like, you just did a crime.
During his opportunity to address the court about the recordings in jail,
please don't tell me he's gonna ask the judge, can I get paid? Because that judge is you don't want to piss off a judge, bro.
Stone blames it on emotional stress and the use of drugs.
We are going through trial after that. It was a 1.5-week trial. Extremely stressful. One of the phone calls about seeming like I was bragging about making international news, this, that, and the other. That was within the first week of being arrested. Still coming off of drugs.
Stone was convicted of 18 charges, including attempted manslaughter, child abuse, and assault. Then, the judge sentenced him to 160 years in prison. This is
160 years? Might as well say life, because ain't no one gonna live until 160. Even if you're a newborn starting now, you're not gonna live until 160.
Esteban Carpio. The police were questioning him for the stabbing of an 85-year-old woman in Rhode Island. In the interview room was Carpio and 2 detectives. One of the detectives left the room to get water for Carpio, leaving just him and Detective Sergeant James Allen in the room. Carpio grabbed Allen's gun and then shot him twice, killing him. He then jumped out of a window which was 3 stories high and made a run for it, but was apprehended just 45 minutes later. At his arraignment, Carpio came in wearing a mask designed to stop the offender from spitting and biting at others.
Dude, what happened to his face? His face is just... like, it's just bleed. Look how bruised his face is. I feel like he probably got his ass beat.
His face being in rough shape, it stunned the courtroom. It wasn't so much Carpio with the shocking reaction, more so his family members, making accusations of police brutality.
Step off.
I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty.
Guilty, Steven! It's gross police brutality! He was mentally ill, and he needed help, and we couldn't get it. We tried and tried, and he didn't deserve this.
An FBI investigation concluded that the police did not use excessive force and that Carpio's injuries were sustained due to his jump from the 3rd floor of a building and struggle with law enforcement.
Probably, yeah.
Every day, I face the facts of what I did and what happened.
I mean, his face looks normal now.
He was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Damn. Bruh, after hearing all these life sentencing on what they did, that makes me think, what did the guy from the Brub meme did? What did he... I'm finna Google it right now. Okay, I see it. Okay, so the guy, the Brub meme, he didn't get life in prison. He got 3 years in prison, or in jail, or whatever, I don't know the difference, but 3 years in jail for kidnapping, or pled guilty for kidnapping, assault, and what was the third one? Third one was threatening too. So his was not kidnapping is bad, but I don't know like the details about that, but just his is not bad. His is just 3 years. These guys have like 160 years. Like, bruh, I don't want any time in jail, but I'd rather take 3 years than 160. Like, the hell? I don't know, bro. I don't know why it's kind of a dick move how the judge says 160 years. Try to give you like a little hope, and then when you realize I'm gonna be dead by that time, like, I don't know, bro. Most of these guys just, I don't know. Anyways, that was it, guys. We've seen some pretty weird, crazy stuff here, and yeah, I should probably go watch SpongeBob to cleanse my mind from the murder, manslaughter, attempted murder, 1st degree, all that stuff. Anyways, bye everyone.